These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Ready. 94 is the mark. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run on first down. Pickett. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot.
On first down, Burton. And he will find his man on the outside.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Safe. Alert flare. Hey. Check. Crunch. Watch out.
Now a give, right side. Pickett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Switch. Watch that. Hey, screen. Squeeze. No.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Burton trying to get it to Harvin, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Harvin, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready up. 50. All day. SOS. General West. SOS. What's the ad? Check 24.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, orbit.
Here's McSorley to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Jets' 38-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Rams nothing.
Second down. Pickett. Still on his feet. There he goes left side. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 27, McSorley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Pickett. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Out, 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 out.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Throwing on 1st down. Burton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Tighten down. Slam. Check 50.
On 3rd down, Burton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And Gurley on 1st down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
motion. Mike, 53. Zoom. Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Let's go.
From the gun, Burton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Right.
I got him.
Showing it. Go. Kill. Turn up. Set. Hut.
On 1st and 10, Burton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Burton. And he comes back with one complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is McSorley. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to you. I'm going back. High seven. 94 is the mark.
throw. Burton looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Looking to throw. Burton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. I hope you brought your left line.
Back to throw. Burton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
94 is the mic. 94. Army.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Burton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He's going to field this at the 4. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to...
It got his man, complete! And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27, McSorley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's been a long day for you. 94 is the mark.
Operating from the gun. Burton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, Zoo. 43 is the mic. Go. Go. He's crashed.
X3. 218, chop it.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Oh, you got deep?
Sponge. 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 No.
Now.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way down to the 9. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Check 59.
They go play action now with McSorley rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, That's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think I'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run on first down. Pickett, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15.
It's going to be a long day. Slow. 94 is the
From the gun, Burton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Harvin that time, and that'll make it third down. Operating from the gun. Burton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
On second down, here's Barkley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving and staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Topper! Spud!
They go play action here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go.
2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Rolling to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Bullet high. Hey, Delta.
Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34.
Big grip.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. McSorley sets to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hatch it. Hatch it. Rotate. Spell. Switch it. Switch. Come on, switch it. He's got it.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 94 is the mic.
Come to my world.
Okay.
We want it. Come to my world.
Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Again they run with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, up 10. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big run there by Gurley. 94 yards. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pickett, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
49. Rams 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Off of play action, it's McSorley. Going deep depth. He's got a man. Complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
From the gun, Burton. That one complete to Elliott. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Burton. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake. Burton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.